What is up with everyone? Paul from Timeless Productions here, and today we're going to be going over all of the marker fragment locations inside of the Dead Space remake, as well as the secret ending at the very end and how to get it completely. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So the first one is going to be in Chapter 1 inside of the maintenance area. You'll have to go ahead and use a circuit breaker to open up this door for the main quest line. Now, you're going to have to grab the piece that's on the table to your left. But right over there in the bookshelf, as you guys can see it glowing purple, we're going to go ahead and break the stack of papers next to it and grab our first marker fragment just like that. You'll also grab an achievement / trophy once you're here called Marked for picking up your first marker fragment within New Game Plus. So, moving on, we're going to go ahead and head to Chapter 2. Inside of the medical bay, after you do the whole quarantine zone kind of survival thing, you're going to head into Dr. Kine's office. Once you get inside Dr. Kine's office, you're going to go ahead and move the bookshelf that's in his office to the left, and there'll be this back room you'll have to walk into. There'll be a whole bunch of scrolls on the wall, and your second marker fragment will be right here on the table for you to pick up. Our next one is going to be in Chapter 3, when you have to get into this big room. You have to manually fire the engines. So once you get inside this room, you're going to stick over here towards the left once you kill all of the necromorphs that are inside of the room. And right over here in this dark corner, you'll find your next marker fragment just waiting for you, sitting right here on the floor. So moving on from here, we're going to move on to Chapter 4. This one will be inside of the bridge. You're going to go down to the first floor through the elevator. You're not going to go where it tells you to go for the main quest just yet. Instead, we're going to go one floor below, and we're going to go ahead and head into the room we have to go into to grab our next marker fragment. Now, you could do this later when the story tells you to come down here, but I did it right before I went anywhere else from the bridge. Got it right as soon as possible, and like I said, it's on floor 1, the one underneath the one you actually do have to go to. And you're going to head into the room, the break room right here, and once you enter in here, you'll see this circle thing on the ground, and right next to this TV screen will be your very next marker fragment for you to go ahead and pick up. Now, for our next one, we're going to go ahead and head into Chapter 5. Now, going through the main quest line, you'll have to go into Dr. Mercer's office. So this next marker fragment, very hard to miss, very easy to see. It's going to be right on Dr. Mercer's desk as soon as you walk in, before you have to lift the lockdown. Next one is going to be inside of the cryogenic room inside of Chapter 5 as well. Chapter 5 has 2 marker fragments instead of the initial one like the rest of them do. So we're going to go ahead, and on top of the cryogenic chamber where you freeze the hunter is going to be your marker fragment. You're going to go ahead, use kinesis, and be able to grab your next one. Our next one will be inside of Chapter 6. Once you're killing all of the Weezers, one of the Weezers will be up here. You'll have to turn off the gravity inside of the room and fly your way up here. Now, once you go ahead and take out this Weezer, I think it's Weezer number 6 or 7, can't remember exactly, but you're going to go ahead and turn directly around from where the Weezer is, and you're going to continue down the same floor down this way. It's going to be on the left side corner of the square in the middle. So we're going to go ahead and head over here where there's a crate that you can break, and as you guys can see in the far right corner, you will see the purple glow of the next marker fragment. All you're going to do is use kinesis, grab it towards you, and you'll be able to pick it up just like normal. Now, moving on to Chapter 7, this one is after you have to get rid of all the debris and you pick up the next rig for Security Level 3. Before you leave this room, we're going to head straight forward, and there's going to be the Mineral Samples room that can be only opened with Security Level 3. So before we leave, we're going to go ahead and head into there, and we're going to grab our very next marker fragment. So go ahead, open it up, and once you open up Mineral Samples, it'll be right in front of you on this crate, waiting for you to pick it up. Now, moving on to our very next chapter, Chapter 8. Once you get to the comms array where you have to lower get the antenna ready to lower so you can talk to the USM Valor, we're going to go ahead and head right over here towards the left side of the room where there's a big giant hole in the wall, and there's a whole bunch of the necromorph kind of like debris, whatever you want to call it, and right in here you will grab our next marker fragment with kinesis and pick it up. Now there's none on chapter 9. The next one is going to be inside of chapter 10. Inside of this area is going to be when you have to destroy the tendril inside of the executive offices. So once you get here, we're going to go ahead and put the battery in here, and we're going to put power towards the doors. We're going to go ahead and run back to the bigger area at the middle of the room before we destroy the tendril, of course, or else more necromorphs will spawn. We'll have to kill them. So we're going to head to the central nexus. It's going to be right here. So this is the hallway you have to go to for the main story. And we're going to head back into the bigger room inside of the middle of it. And we're going to head to the door deluxe quarters. And right over here to our left on the desk is going to be our very next marker fragment. There's also an upgrade inside of this room as well. So moving on from there, there's going to be a second one inside of chapter 10. This one is very hard to miss. It is on the main quest pathway, and it's when Dr. Kine and Isaac meet face to face and they begin to talk. You have to destroy the final tendril inside of the room that Kine is held up in. So once Isaac agrees to help him, Kine will eventually start to leave the room. Once he actually leaves the room, the door will open, allowing you to go in and destroy the final tendril. Instead, we're going to go ahead and grab the marker fragment that's inside of the same room on the desk in the darkest corner to the left. So we're going to go ahead, open up the door, move forward, and we'll be able to grab our very next marker fragment right there waiting for us. Now our final marker fragment is going to be inside of chapter 11. Again, on the main story pathway, you have to get here and move the marker so you can get it back towards the ship, so you can put it on there and take it back to Aegis 7. We're going to run across the middle bridge right here and take a left as soon as we hit the fans. And once you get to this corner right here, you're going to turn directly around, and on these shelves you'll be able to find your final marker fragment. Now we are not finished with getting the secret ending yet. You don't have to just pick them up, you actually have to take them back to the executive quarters room. Now once you get in here, we're going to head directly to the left and find Captain Matthias's room. And as you guys can see on the map, directly once you come in here, it's actually going to be labeled Lieutenant Commander V. Holt's room instead of Captain Matthias's room on the map. But as soon as you walk in to your left, you'll find the room. Once you enter, you'll see this altar-like thing where you'll have to go ahead and put all 12 of the marker fragments on. Now they all say something. So beginning, we have found in engineering, a vast machine pivots around one cog. Found in administration, one uncorrected failure collapses a system. Found in the crew deck, one push takes you over the precipice. Found in hydroponics, poison and cure grow from one seed. Found in the cargo bay, one fragment shapes the greater whole. And found in the medical, one cell corrupted infects a whole body. Found in cryogenics, one man can wake what sleeps in the ice. Found on the flight deck, one new starting point alters fate. Found on the crew deck, what difference will one death make? Found in communications, one word changed inverts all meaning. Found in Dr. Mercer's office, one fear indulged reshapes a man. And for our final marker fragment, found on the mining deck, one secret unearthed dooms all the world. Now, once you go ahead and get inside this room, there's going to be a prompt for you to inspect it. You're going to go ahead and inspect it. It'll do this filter kind of thing over it. The candles will go out and the marker fragments will be on there in the sides around the initial marker piece that's already on the table. Now, once you do that, we're going to go ahead and just go ahead and complete the game normally like you would on a normal playthrough. And we're just going to go ahead, head back down, do what we got to do, get off the Ishimura, get to Aegis 7, and do that whole bit. So, I'm going to go ahead and leave the secret ending at the end of this video so you guys can all see it in all of its glory. If you don't want to see it, I suggest doing this. Just follow the guide, get all the marker fragments, and go ahead and beat it on your own game and get the secret ending for you to see yourself. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content. And of course, without further ado, we'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys enjoy the secret ending. Goodbye. And remember, secret time.
The Ishimura really was a great ship.
Yeah. We were lucky to see her in her prime.
Are we going home, Isaac? There's so much work to do.
Soon, I promise. Gotta build a little something first.
For me? What is it?
It's a surprise, sweetie. But I think you're gonna like it.